Hi, third graders. I have a question for you. Have you ever watched the Grammys or the Oscars? How about Dancing with the Stars? Or maybe Kids' Choice Awards? So, all of the shows that I just listed are shows that judge what's best. So, like Dancing with the Stars, they watch all the dancers and then they decide on the best ones. And they don't just decide, well, I like her hair the best, so she's my favorite dancer, so that's the best dancer. No, they look at the whole dance before they make that judgment. So, today I'm going to teach you that in order to judge something, you've got to look at the entire item or even items. Okay, let me show you what I mean. So I have a collection here of dragons. Can you see? I've got 5 different dragons, different colors with different wings, tails. Okay, so I'm going to judge these dragons and I'm going to eventually pick my favorite one by looking first at just one part. So, to judge fairly, I've got to compare the things I'm judging just one part at a time. So let's start with the claws, okay? So I'm going to look back at these 5 dragons and I'm going to decide which claws I think are best. I think the red dragon's claws are the best. Okay, so I wrote that down. The red dragon's claws are the best. Okay? But what I forgot was the why I think that. So let me add that. The red dragon's claws are the best because, let's look why. Ooh, because they look really sharp. So I'm going to write that down. Because they look sharp. Okay? So I have to write my because. Now, let's look at the tails. Look at the tails. You're deciding which one you think is best. Well, again, for me, I like the red one because look at the spikes. Did you hear me how I backed up my judgment with a reason? Because look at the spikes. It looks like it could defend itself because of those spikes. Now, in order to judge fairly, we look at one piece at a time and we think about all the parts and decide which one is overall best. Well, for me, I've picked the red dragon twice now. So that might be it for me, but for you it might be different. So today's writing, what you're going to do is decide which dragon you think is best after you've compared the parts and written them here. And you're going to support your opinion with reasons. Talk about a few of the parts. Okay, so maybe you start with the claws, and then you say why the dragon you chose has the best claws. Or maybe you start with the wings, and you say why you think that dragon's wings are the best. Maybe what it would do with those wings. I said that I think the red dragon's tail is best because it looks like those spikes could defend itself because they're so pokey. Okay, so you'll fill out your 3 reasons, right? And explain why. So you will be getting this page in your learning packet. And you can fill out, like I just said, the 3 reasons why. And then you can write your final draft here by stating your opinion, your 3 reasons, and then telling us why you think the dragon that you choose, based on all the parts, is the best. Okay? Now, the second day's work, that's your first day's work. The second day that you choose to do your writing, you are going to find your own collection in your house. So maybe you want to gather a collection of 4 or 5 rocks Maybe you think you want to gather a collection of stuffies, or even like your favorite shirts. As long as you take one part at a time and compare that part. So if it was stuffies, let's say I was looking at the color of the stuffies. Well, I like the pink stuffy the best because pink's my favorite color. Okay. Or you're looking at rocks and you like the silver jagged one because the jagged parts to you look like mountains. I don't know, as long as you support your opinion. And then you have to decide which one's best overall, right? Okay. So you'll have, let me show you an example of a student. So this is Molly. Molly, it looks like, what'd she choose for her collection? A bunch of stuffies, and it looks like they're all kitties. So I'm going to read Molly's work to you. Molly, because Molly is a calico, this is her winner. Her winner is Molly. Molly is the winner because she is a calico cat and she is calm, not a troublemaker cat. She gets along with people nicely. Molly is the name of a real cat I have that is a calico, so I named her after the real cat named Molly. Toy Molly has a nice attitude and is real to me. If you look into her eyes, your heart gets tugged at. So she supported why Molly was the best cat by looking at 3 different reasons that Molly is the best cat of all her collection. That'll be the second day. You'll be able to write it on this page, draw a little picture at the top, and label which part of your collection is the best. I think you'll have fun with this. See you next time.